Good afternoon. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here today. It's Monday. Excited to be standing here, coming off a win. We've got a tremendous opportunity and a tremendous challenge. A few short days away in Baton Rouge, so looking forward to that. Preparation is going well leading up to it. Had a great practice last night, and got a lot of kids in the game on Saturday, which will help us down the road, down the stretch here, getting game experience for a number of guys. Thought we did some good things on both sides of the ball over the course of Saturday's game, and excited about preparing for a great opponent in LSU on Saturday. So I think that we've made progress from week 1 to week 2, week 2 to week 3, and on down the road. And I would anticipate seeing the same thing this week. We'll be better Saturday night than we were the previous weeks, and that's a sign of a good team. That's a sign of a team that's willing to work. It's a sign of a team that's has a maturity level to prepare the right way, and got a competitive group that like to be in the arena of competition, and excited about having the chance to play in a great venue coming up here in a couple of days. So I'll open it up for any questions.
Barry, what challenges do you face going up against a team that hasn't been coached in the middle of the season?
Well, I think that through 4 games we've taken a look and dissect everything that they've done through 4 games and prepare for that. And as any game you look, you're always making in-game adjustments. I think that's part of being a teacher and a coach is you've got the ability to take the game plan that you have in place that you think is what's going to match up and give your kids a schematic advantage. And then there's, it's a chess game back and forth. You've got to make adjustments, and you've got to make changes within drives and within series, and that'll be as important for us to get in tune to what's going on this week, if it matches up to what they've shown, or if they're doing something different. So it's about the way that we're going to prepare. Started last night on through today, and then throughout this week for us to prepare the right way. That's the most important thing that we need to focus on is us being ready to go on what we think the game plan will give us a chance to be successful.
Coach, what was your reaction when Les Miles was fired?
We were in meetings, just working on them as we kind of a normal Sunday. So number one, I hate it for Les. He's been a guy that I've looked up to for a number of years. Has had such great success. If you look at the body of work that he has done, he's changed and affected so many lives of young men, thousands of them over his career in such a positive way. And then he's had great success. So I was surprised, but this business is crazy, and we've got to make sure that he's going to be in a good spot. He's a really good coach, and he's done such a great. He made college football better, in my opinion, and he's such a respected member of the Southeastern Conference and being in his position. And I've followed his career since for a long time, and he's
Very after the game Saturday, 2 or 3 of your defensive starters told me they felt like there's more of a buy-in to the new system, a belief in what they're doing, and they felt like the results had showed on the field. Would you agree with that?
I think every week is a process of you build the defense or the offense or the kicking game week by week. You've always got your base fundamentals, your base structure, your base schemes on what you do. But every week I was the same way as a coordinator. You build the defense or you build the kicking game for the week, and so your defensive and offensive schematics will change slightly throughout the course of the season. You've always got your base defense and your base offense. I think repetitions always help. I think success helps. I think playing together, 11 guys on both sides of the ball doing their job, I think that provides an opportunity to have success. When you have success, you gain confidence, and then you become a better football team. So we're still making a lot of strides in a lot of areas. I think we've got a tremendously high ceiling still left on both sides of the ball that we can get a whole lot better.
Different players, the fact that you played Georgia, Big Jump a couple weeks ago, does that kind of give you the framework what works?
I think if you look at, there's a little bit different structure, the way the blocking schemes and some of the things that those two teams are doing. There's some carryover as well. A little bit different of a player, one thing and I didn't know until last week, really getting into LSU, there's not many times that he just takes a tremendous shot. He doesn't take a tremendous shot. His pad level's right. He's really good. So, and the other tailback that plays in there, number 5, jumps up, is really an impressive player. But one of the guys that you keep looking at him, number 44, their fullback, he makes it go, and they're good up front. So all that combined, what a great opportunity and challenge for us defensively to go against a really good
team. Back here last year, Gary announced the retirement. What are the biggest challenges in, handling the players in those types of situations? I'm confused on the. Well, I think I'm sure Ed has a tremendous relationship with his team. He's very well respected in the business. They've got a great staff. I know Dave Aranda, a couple of those guys that are been in the business, and they'll do a great job on leading their team, and they know the ins and outs on what will work for them. So I'm sure they'll be ready to go Saturday night.
Barry, when a team goes through a coaching change in the middle of the season, when you're preparing for an opponent like that, do you look at what that head coach and that coaching staff has done in the past at other schools, or do you just try and focus on what LSU has done this year?
No, we're looking at the Missouri versus Ole Miss game, those two that we played Ed in, so we're looking at those heavily. That's a joke. We were successful in those 2 games, so that was good. We're just going to study the 4 games and what we put in. We spent some time in the off season on these guys, just to try to get an idea, because we don't see them every year, just to get an idea on who they are. And we'll stick with that. And the other great thing about press conferences is you can say a lot of things, and we'll see what happens on Saturday. So we'll prepare, and I'm sure that there'll be some wrinkles in there. There's some unknown, like there always is, and we'll have to do a great job on trying to make an adjustment. But I would anticipate we'll get a heavy dose of number 7.
Do you have any injury updates for us, specifically Ross, Samson, Bailey?
Bailey practiced last night. Ross did practice last night. The one that would be a question mark, biggest question mark to me, would be Logan Cheadle with his ankle sprain. He was out there last night, but very limited. He may be a little bit of time away.
Just Smith with his knee.
Yeah, he had. Trying to think what day this was. Justin Smith, and he had a previous knee injury from a couple of weeks ago. Came back and played some, and then the beginning of last week ended up flaring up a little bit. Went in and had a quick scope on that. He, after the scope in the morning, walked into the training room in the afternoon and said, "We give you crutches for a reason." So I think he's supposed to practice by Wednesday or Thursday this week. He'll be back out on the field.
For defensive tackles, the play doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but how does what Terry Beckner does for you kind of show up in ways that maybe you don't necessarily see?
Well, I think all 4 of those guys inside, the opportunity for them to soak up the gaps inside when that's the play call, it makes it a lot easier on the linebackers. And if you see a tackle for loss or somewhere close within the line of scrimmage, then you know that core in the middle of your defense did right. And I think with the addition of A.J. Logan playing well, Hatley playing well, Beckner playing well, and then Augusta getting in there, I think that's it's a pretty good 4-way rotation. And then we played Markel Uzi, true freshman, on Saturday. He's 300 pounds and moves well. I think he's going to end up helping us down the stretch. That's why we ended up activating him. I think it's a line of scrimmage league, and if you can be good inside, then that lends your success rate to be a little higher.